The 2025 EX90 in the new unique exterior paint color to Volvo's lineup, the mulberry red. This looks phenomenal, especially with the sun beating on it. Now, this is the EX90, one of four trims, being the top trim, the Performance Ultra trim. The lower three trims, starting with the lowest, is the Plus, then you have the second one up, which is the Ultra, then you have the Performance Plus, and this is the Performance Ultra. Why is this the best one and the one you want? Because of the horsepower and torque. Now, we do know EX90s is a twin motor vehicle standard, so it makes it all-wheel drive. You got one motor in the front, one motor in the back. Single speed transmission. You also push on this exact vehicle 510 horsepower with 671 pounds-feet of torque. This thing is wickedly insane. Now, let's go ahead and dive in and bring this vehicle to you guys. Maybe you guys want some MPG numbers. Let's talk some more numbers. Now, MPG, starting with the city, is going to be 83 city, 78 highway with the 81 combined, 300 miles to a full charge, 10-hour charging time at 240 volts, 198 inches in length, 77 inches in width, 69 inches in height, with 4,850 pounds of towing capacity. Also, for the EV battery, it's a 111 kilowatt lithium ion battery on board. Front end, the lighting system, we have the LED lighting system, daytime running lights. Now, we can't keep them running. Why? Because it has the driver sensing system where the moment you lift off that driver's seat, your lights shut off. But again, you got the Thor hammer light system, black housing, and when you turn on these lights, these daytime running lights, actually one row goes up and one row goes down, and it actually shows you the full lighting. Dropping down, we have more daytime running lights, the beautiful aggressive front bumper, more high black gloss trim. There is nothing plasticky on the outside of this vehicle. 360 panoramic camera, again, more beautiful because you get the bird's eye view inside. Also have the parking sensors going across. Under this hood, we get the frunk. Let's shoot over to the side profile. Side profile over to the wheel. Now remember, different EX90 trims will have different rims and tires and suspension systems, so keep an eye out for that. No wheel well trim piece. Love the fact that they kept the fender one piece. Dropping down to the rim, just a high gloss black, beautiful rim, aerodynamic, Volvo painted whites. Just looks phenomenal with this mulberry red exterior paint color. Tire that they're running is the Pirelli Scorpion, and there are the MS tires, and you might ask, what's the size? 265, 40, 22-inch rims. Suspension system is the air ride suspension. Over to the side mirror, high gloss black going across the side of this vehicle, the 360 panoramic camera with a washer for that camera, automatic foldable integrated blinker lighting with blind spot assist. And one thing that's beautiful about these EX90s is that these side mirrors do come frameless. When you're sitting in the car, you don't see a frame, okay? Adds to the classiness, in my opinion. High gloss black trim, roof rails in the black high gloss. Up top, we got the panoramic glass, and in front of that panoramic glass, we have the LiDAR 120-degree sensing system. That's for pedestrians, the traffic recognition. You also have on the windshield wiper the rain sensing system. Smart access, keyless fob entry, deployable handles. When you lock this vehicle, those handles do go flush with the body of the car, adding to the minimalistic look, cleaner, kind of contemporary modern feel. Dropping down, we got that pop-out rocker panel trim in the high gloss black. Over to the rear end, privacy glass all across, just phenomenal look on the laminated glass on the Volvo EX90. Again, keep an eye out for that too, because different trims will have different looks on the glass. Up top in the rear, a spoiler, integrated LED brake light, privacy glass here in the back with the wiper for that glass. Dropping down, more high gloss black trim, backup camera right there. Also coming down, Volvo going across in the 3D chrome lettering. And the lighting system back here as well kind of breaks up into pieces. You have the LED taillights going up that quarter panel on the vertical plane. And then we have the kind of C look shape on the backup taillights. Beautiful look. I have to love those. LED on those as well. EX90 twin performance on the left. Dropping lower than that, we got our parking reflectors. High gloss black finishing that lower bumper fascia trim with the parking sensors right near exactly on the bottom of this, okay? No exhaust tips, remember, because it's a full EV. Now let's go ahead and open up the tailgate. Now the tailgate is right over the license plate, okay? Popping up this tailgate, let's talk some cargo area. Now we left those third row seats down, but behind the third row seat, you get 11 cubic feet of space. Third row seat down, just the way you see it, 23 cubic feet of space, 67 cubic feet of space with the third and the second row seat down, okay? What do we get under the mat? Some more cubby room for personal belongings, as well as a mesh pocket here on the right, 12-volt outlet, and touch-sensitive control unit for the back bench. And also we have control unit to drop and increase the ride height of that rear end. Maybe if you're towing something and you're having the towing package on, you can actually drop and pick up the rear end because of the air ride suspension, okay? And on the left, some more hook downs for groceries or bags and things of that sort, okay? Now let's go ahead and shut this tailgate. Now that we're done talking about the powertrain, showing you guys the exterior and cargo, we want to take a second and give a shout out to Niello Volvo here at the Sacramento, California, for providing us this beautiful EX90 for this walk around review. Also, if you do find yourselves in the market for a Volvo, guys, shoot over. They got a great team to spend their times on the ins and outs of what you guys need. Let's go ahead and now show you guys the interior. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. Now let's bring to you guys the EX90 Performance Ultra interior. Get a load of this Nordico interior. This is environmentally free material. Phenomenal look with the stitching, the hexagon pattern, the leg rests, electric controlled seats. They do come heated as well, okay? Now we got the EX90 kick plates. The door panel, we have the Bowers & Wilkins premium sound system with the natural wooden inlay and the ambient lighting going across that beautiful classy door panel. Coming over to the dashboard, natural wooden inlays, those sleek and squinted design vents with the ways to control that airflow vent side to side, okay? Up and down, and can we turn those? No, you cannot turn those switches, all right? Dropping down, no glove compartment handle, okay? And the way you're gonna open up the glove box is this little touch sensitive button, and opens up to us the glove box. Lower than that, we have two USB-C plugins, a bridge right over this area for your personal belongings, which leads us over to the center console with this nice Nordico armrest. Pop this up, we have more center console area with a little hidden compartment if we lift those little trays up. Cup holders with the cup holder lid cover that locks into place, a manual rotary knob for the media, wireless charging pad, which leads us up to the 14.5-inch infotainment screen. Beautiful look on the navigation with the Google Maps. I want to show you guys a little bit about this, okay? Got the 14.5 inches, look at this camera system, bird's eye view, 3D, we could go over to the rear, also to the front as you guys saw, all right? And we could go ahead and press that car icon, and opens us up. This is the way you're going to be controlling your lights, okay? Your headlights, your taillights, and this is the part that we couldn't turn on because we weren't sitting in the driver's seat, all right? So you turn those on, auto off, rear fog light here, as well as your display brightness and so much more. Now we can go ahead and mess around with the one-pedal drive system, the lane keeping aid, the performance all-wheel drive. That's going to give you the max performance. I'm not going to do that right now because, again, you're not going to watch my video if it's too long. Coming back to the apps, Bluetooth, Google Assistance, I didn't mention the map, Sirius XM here as well. And let's go ahead and show you guys the temperature controls. Temperature controls with your vent flow and where you want that and whatnot. Then we come over to the seating system, which you get heated steering wheel, heated seating system, and you can mess with the temperature that goes down by 1. Okay, on the EX90s, they go by 1. If you have the other SUVs like the XC90s, they actually mess around by 2s, all right? Coming back to home, shooting over to the 9-inch cluster. Let's go ahead and drop this in drive and show you guys what it looks like when it's turned on. And ways to mess with that cluster, okay? This is in one themed or one look option. If I go ahead and mess around with that like this, you can put the navigation on that 9-inch cluster, change that as well, and then come back to that main setting. So you have 3 different settings on the theme of that cluster. On the right hand side, you have the lever for parking, reverse, neutral, and drive. On the left hand side, we have the automatic high beam assist, the signal lights, and your windshield wipers, okay? Bowers & Wilkins sound system up top as well with the heads-up display, boys. This is what you're going to love, and the girls, because you don't have to look away. You look right at that windshield and you see your miles per hour gauge with the traffic sign recognition. Further lower than that, you can mess around with your mic and all that good stuff, info card, whatnot. Let's go ahead and click OK, and you can mess around with your media on the infotainment screen, and then your cruise control and whatnot. I want to show you guys the unlock lock button, the window switches. All right, see how the 2 little lines, the vertical lines, are lit up in the front? That's because we can control the front windows. If we press it again, it drops down to the 2 rear windows, and you can use those little silver horizontal buttons there to drop the windows. We can't drop these windows right now because fresh tint on these windows. Up top, we have the stationary glass, no tilt, no slide sunroof option. It's just a stationary glass, okay? And in front of that, hazard lights, your reading lights, and a frameless rear view mirror. Now that we're pretty much done with the front side of this interior, let's show you second and third row. Now, probably one of my favorite parts of this vehicle are these captain chairs back here. And what about the captain chairs? Get a load of these armrests. First seen to Volvo, the EX90 captain chair armrest, along with these sleek and hidden cup holders. Check that out. Super cool Volvo, have to say, right? Now, these captain chairs are manual controlled. I probably would have liked to see them being electric controlled, coming in at $95,000 on this EX90. I would have probably liked to see some electric controls back here. But again, that's my preference. But ways to control this seat is a lever here, and you're going to slide that forward and back. We got a lever here for the backrest. And to bunny hop this seat forward, we have a lever up here near the shoulder area, and we're gonna bunny hop that seat forward for the back passengers, okay? 2 buttons here. This is to drop the third row seat, only the left and right, okay? In front of these seats, what do we see? We see mesh pockets on the hard back of those front seats. In between, we got the quad climate control, heated seats on the second row captain chairs, vents, some USB-C plugins, and a little shelf with cup holders. Now, I don't know how that's gonna play out, because here on this little shelf, if you put something down, you can't drop and use those cup holders, all right? Or if you're using this power, the 510 horsepower, 671 pound-feet of torque, I see this actually dropping down, right? There's no lock into place. But again, let's go ahead and talk about some space. I'm about 6 feet 2 inches. Legroom is completely there. Head clearance is completely there. And we can also make it more comfortable by dropping that backrest. And yes, road trip check on this car, because it would be super comfortable. Now let's go ahead and bunny hop this seat forward and show you guys the third row seating. Again, I'm 6 feet 2 inches. Let's go ahead and put this seat back into standard position. And this is what the third row seat's gonna look like. And I have to say, everyone, my head is touching the top liner. Get a load of that. Okay, my legs are slightly, barely touching the back of that second row captain chair. On the right hand side, we have a USB-C plug-in on each side, as well as cup holders, air vents on your C-pillars, and further up are your reading lights right here, okay? Now, this car, as I mentioned, or this vehicle, the SUV 6-passenger, is coming in at $95,000. Do you guys think it's worth it? Leave it in the comment section below. Here's the MSRP sticker so you guys get an exact idea of the list for that price tag. Thank you so much. Check out our other car review videos at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We really need you guys. Thank you, and God bless.